Okay, for our column 4 people. Okay, so our first card is Six of Air, Clarity, from the Vision Quest Tarot. I've seen this card many times. I really like the way that they articulate the message in this deck. Clarity, intelligence, insight, creative vision, equanimity, inner balance, direct knowledge. Equanimity just came out for column 3. So much of this week is about coming into a clear space of what you want, what you really want. The more you know yourself, the clearer your insights into your relationships become. The more attention you pay to your own inner truth, the more loving your communication with others will be. Once you have stopped struggling with yourself, harmony and wisdom prevail. This is a great moment to gain clarity about a problematic situation. Confidently express your preferences in an important matter without being manipulative. Conflicts will be resolved as long as you are willing to be alert enough to remain true to your heart. By showing what values you cherish and what is important to you, others will find the courage to admit their truth as well. So, coming into this week, switching from Cancer to Leo, I feel like for this column 4, you guys have been really evaluating the way that you feel with this Cancer energy, what really matters to you, what you're most emotionally connected to. And so switching from Leo, it's implementing that truth, communicating it with others. You're clear now on what it is that you feel and what you want. So now you're in a space to be able to communicate it to those around you that are closest to you that it may or may not be directly impacting. It could be a close connection with another, whether it's, a relationship that's romantic or sexual, or in your, experience of it, just platonic. There's so many different ways that a connection can manifest. But whatever it is that you're experiencing, you're coming into a clear space where you know how to say what you need to say because you know how you're feeling and you know what you want. Bet. So this next card is Oyster from the Wild Animal Spirit Oracle. There is a tarot deck, but this is the Oracle deck. So I'm pretty confident they're all associated with an element. I'm pretty sure this is water. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, clams up. To bring into balance, share something. So yeah, the energy of y'all who chose column 4 is definitely a type of individual where, whether it's usual or it's just how your life has been lately, where you've just been internalizing a lot and you're just trying to figure out what's going on. You don't really want to just tell people while you're going through it. That's not you. You're the type of individual where right now you've been just sort of processing what's going on so that you can gain clarity. But now you're in a space where you have the clarity you need and it's time to share and express, whether it's just with others that are close to you or those around you that see you often, whose opinion matters to you, and or the public eye. If you're an artist and there's something that you share with the world, you do podcasts or you've been wanting to, or you're a musician and you haven't released any music, etc., stuff like that. This is telling you this week it's time to share some of what you've become clear on. Share about your journey, share about how difficult it was. Now that you're on the other side of it, you could be more comfortable to really talk about what you went through or what you have been going through now that you're in a space where you can articulate it. Yeah, now's the time. Now's the time to share. Okay, 8 of Cups, stagnation. Interesting. This feels like a warning. This is from the Voyager Tarot. Stagnation is the emotional fatigue, indolence, and flatness you feel when things have begun to roll downhill, become sticky and swampy, blocked, dry, suffocating, and dead. The oozing liquid floral abundance symbolizes the stagnation you experience as the result of overdoing, overindulging, overdosing, and debauchery. Useless cups and dried up leaves and water represent stagnation from boredom and routine. The closed vase in the center means that this is the time for emotional rest. By shutting down all systems, going within yourself, and conserving energy, you rejuvenate and revitalize, a process symbolized by the spring greenness of the vase. Remember, all life comes out of the swamp, so be patient and know that life is germinating. So, the message I'm receiving from this in terms of you and in correlation with the rest of the cards, this first step forward into sharing something, you could feel like, okay, you know, and we're going from Cancer to Leo. So it could be like, I didn't feel seen or, you know, looked at or paid attention to enough. And it's Leo season and now I want to be seen. So I'm sharing stuff. But don't forget, if you are this type of person who needs time to process what's happening before they share or they get overwhelmed, be careful of overdoing this process. It can't come from a place of needing validation, like constant validation, because we all, you know, need validation at different points. But it sounds like you're the type of person who could become very sensitive to the way others are reacting. And they want more. They love what you shared, and it's so potent in quality, etc. Well, yeah, because you took the time to really process. So you processed to share this thing that you're going to share this week. That doesn't mean start sharing everything, because honestly, it might end up making you feel more confused and enter back in a space where you're not sure. You know, remember the process for yourself of going in, being introspective. You know, like it may be so long. It may have been a long time since you really shared something like this. So this is telling you, you know, like, don't overdo it. Remember to still come back and take care of yourself and do the processes you need to for yourself to be in a balanced place. Share this thing, feel good about it, you know, continue your process of revitalizing yourself and rejuvenating and doing the steps you need to do. Like, if someone wants to have you do something and you're like, oh, well, that, you know, that's usually the time that I'm meditating, or that I'm, you know, because I built this good space with myself to do that now. Don't forget to just take care of yourself. Don't move too quickly. Don't jump out and just be like, oh, balls to the wall. This is definitely, hey, yeah, share something, it's time. But don't overdo it, because you will overwhelm yourself, essentially. So next is, I think this is the Tiara card. This is from the Secret Oracle. I haven't read this card, but I've seen it. Terra Firma. Unsparing, wild, self-contemplative, restive destiny. The living mystery of the earth, discovered in the simple yet monumental ground below us, is the primary direct experience of human consciousness. So much is freely offered to us from this great spirit of earth, the raw material of existence, whose dark, rich soil is filled with life to come, the terra firma inheritance that is our power and our destiny. So, immediately, all I heard was grounding, 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 grounding. In your process, after sharing what it is that you share this week, remember to tune in to yourself, reconnect to balance, and ground yourself. So this could be, if you want to start sharing more, you might have to be in the process of actively, after you share something, going outside, sitting on the ground. Maybe, you know, if you meditate, start meditating outside. Start meditating while touching or holding a tree, or while sitting on dirt or grass. You know, this is a process of tuning in and pulling more energy and groundedness and connectedness from the earth, because she is us and we are her. Like, we are connected directly. It is a direct link to so many things that we need that we are not even aware of at this point in time. But yes, so good luck on whatever it is you release. All the best energy to you. I'm excited for you. Column 4, folks. This is exciting. You're moving forward. This is great. Take it as a big step. Don't think it means that just because you shared a little bit that you're not really, doing enough and you should do more. Like, if you're the type of person who used to share all the time and then have been in sort of a rut, that's okay. It happens like this sometimes. But just know that as you're moving back into the space of sharing, it will take a lot more out of you than you may even realize. Which is maybe why you shut down so hard in the first place. Maybe you were overdoing it before this period of rest and contemplation and inner work. So remember to ground and to, move forward slowly as you start to reemerge into the world. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear this. I hope that it helped you. I hope that it was positive, and I hope you have a wonderful week.